Does Victor Wembanyama ever become an NBA superstar?
Victor's the way.
He's got all the talent. Again, you're built like a unicorn. You know why we don't see unicorns much? Because they're not real.
Ow!
And when you're a unicorn, generally you don't pan out. And I think you look at a guy like Victor Wembanyama, I only have to look as far as Chet Holmgren.
Yeah.
And you look at the guys that are coming up through this next generation, handle and three-point shooting. Hey, that's great. I do think his three-point shooting can improve, but let's not forget, against really lackluster, mediocre competition, Victor Wembanyama, I believe he finished the year at 27.9% three-point shooting.
Mm-hmm.
I said 27.9% three-point shooting. In a league where he could shoot over everybody uncontested, he only shot 28%. That's a problem, dude. And I think when you look at Victor between injuries, and I also am curious, and I'm here for this. I am here for this today. What is Victor Wembanyama's true upside? If we're just talking potential and, hey, man, is this guy ever the best player in the NBA? Is he ever is he ever Nikola Jokic?
Yeah.
Is he ever that guy?
Yeah. I mean, I think the thing is he ever that guy? I don't think so. But I think when we talk about his upside and what it could be, if we're just playing in hypothetical, I mean, this guy's got the talent and the body to be, one of the best ever. But the problem is that he's just so slight right now that I don't think that he can handle the brutality of the NBA game. And I know everyone's like, oh, it's a soft game. And, it's there's too much whistle involved now. And that might be true. But that doesn't account for, the Mason Plumlees, the Steven Adams, these guys that he's inevitably going to get matched up on defense who are just going to mash through him. And I get it. You're taller than everybody. That's cool, dude. But again, to your guys' point and to a lot of people's point, hey, the whistle is super relevant in the NBA game now. So when you get bumped in the chest and your hands inevitably come down on dude who's trying to go up, that's a foul. And so I look at this cat and I say, hey, he's not known to be some elite defender. This is not a guy that's like, oh, yeah, wow, his defensive prowess is amazing.
He's not at all. He's not at all an elite defender.
He's got length to block shots. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why I say, hypothetically, what's his upside? What's the tippy top of what he could ever reach? He could be the best big man that ever played in the game. That's the tippy top because you've got the body and you've got the skill. But do you have A, the want to, and B, does that want to extend into the weight room? Because obviously this guy's trained his whole life.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about not just movement training. I'm talking about like straight up strength training. Hey, you need to lift weights, bro. You have got to fortify your legs and your upper body so that ligament damage isn't as scary. If you have much stronger legs, your ligaments are more supportive. If you have, again, shoulders, elbows, like all these joints on this guy, he's got to be worried about that.
You can't shoot 27% from three and expect to be a star in this league.
Yeah.
So for my money, when I look at Victor Wembanyama, no, I don't think he ever becomes the best player in the league.
By the way, he's got a couple years to show that, though.
He does. But I don't think he becomes a Giannis. I don't think he becomes Kevin Durant. Like everybody wants to say he's going to be the next Kevin Durant. He's not going to be the next Kevin Durant.
No.
I don't see that. And I could be totally wrong, but we'll see. But when I look at Scoot Henderson, that's a cat that could be the best point guard in the NBA.
Yeah.
He could be. I think number 4 is where it gets really interesting because I think one of the Thompson twins goes there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think certainly it's Amen Thompson. That's my dude. I think he has potential. In 5 years, I think there's a really good chance Amen Thompson's the best player in the 2023 NBA draft. In 5 years. Because I think he's 13 years old. I could be wrong. But I think he's going to be spectacular. And the guy that I think the Pistons are going to take is Cam Whitmore from Villanova. The 6'6", 235.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy is going to be an unbelievable player. I think the Orlando Magic wind up with Taylor Hendricks. who I think is the best power forward in this draft. I think he is going to be an absolute star. I think Indiana goes with Jarris Walker from Houston at number 7. I think Keontae George goes to Washington at number 8. And I think the Utah Jazz are looking at Anthony Black, the freshman point guard from Arkansas, at number 9.
Yeah.
And then Grady Dick goes to the Mavericks at number 10.
Yeah.
I think that, and there could be a few different ways they go, but I don't think there's any doubt that I think there's probably like who's projected to be Sensen Ball from Ohio State's going to be a good player, but like Kobe Buffkin from Michigan at 19 could absolutely be a star in this league.
Yeah.
Derek Lively from Duke. Love him. Love him. Absolutely love him. I think there are 20 to 25 legitimate starting NBA players in this draft.
Agreed.
I think it could absolutely help him. Gil Strayep, I agree with your Taylor Hendricks prediction at the Magic. Yep. Big Daddy Magic, if Victor is a bust, I will go on the Mormon mission to the Bahamas. Well, let's not get carried away. Let's not.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Because the problem is he can't. This is Tiger or the field. Right? That's what this is with Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah.
Tiger or the field. Because he's either a bust or he's either a superstar best player in the league or he's a bust. And if he's a 20.5 rebound guy that shoots 30% from 3, he's a bust.
Victor's the way.
He's a bust.
Yeah.
A guy scoring 20 points a night in the NBA is a bust. Because he is supposedly LeBron James waiting to happen.
And 20 a night, 20 and 10 should be easy for him, man. That should be easy work.
And it's not fair. I'm not telling you it's fair, but life is not fair. You want the money and the adulation? Expectations come with that. Expectations come with that. And when people, you know what? When people wind up getting hurt, you should probably call the advocates.
I was involved in a hit-and-run accident. My chiropractor recommended me to the advocates. They completely took care of everything. Now that my case has been settled, I feel like I can go back to my normal life, all thanks to the advocates.
You know, it's funny, she said something there about normal life. That's what the advocates are about. When you think about the advocates, you've been in a car accident, you've been in a hit and run, you got hurt at work today, and let's say that you had a serious car accident, you're injured. In that moment, what would peace of mind mean to you? In that moment, what would the calm of knowing that you have the very best on your side mean to you? Find out. Call the advocates. That's what I always tell everybody. You don't need the advocates today, maybe. Hopefully never. Percentages are not on your side. And you should call the advocates, theadvocates.com. Chat with an attorney live online. And their workman's comp folks are spectacular. They're spectacular. And when you are somebody that gets hurt at work and you need somebody that'll stand up and fight for you, theadvocates.com. When you need somebody that'll get you the money you deserve, theadvocates.com. Don't trust your insurance company. You trust the advocates because they're here to fight for you. And they're not going to ask you to reach into your pocket because you don't pay the advocates unless and until they win your case at theadvocates.com. All right. Derek says construction work. They're not signing a deal that's undervalues them. It could be next year.
What is lovely construction work saying today?
Yeah, I don't know. And I don't care. Let's see. Tanner Plummer says, why was the lawyer in that commercial wearing a sweatshirt underneath his suit? Because he wants to. Big Daddy Magic, give Victor 5 years and he will own the NBA. I hope you're right.
Victor's the way.
I hope you're right. Spangler, picking Grady Dick in the top 10 would be a colossal mistake. Somebody tell Danny Ainge that.